Taking issues to the wire is of course a European habit with Manchester United. Even so, it is hard after 6 points from the first two second phase games to understand why their fans are still to some extent on the edge of their seats tonight. Been shaken and stirred by the manager, disenchanted after last week's underperformance in Athens. Only 3 of these outfield 10s start in the position that they did then. It's a first European start for Luke Chadwick. Ryan Giggs we knew has flu. Dennis Irwin returns, Gary Neville shifts inside, Nicky Butt returns, Paul Scholes shifts outside, Wes Brown is rested, and it's the other 2 up front. Sturm Graz have exceeded expectations by reaching this stage with a theoretical chance of making the last. Scoring in singles since Christmas in Europe, 3 draws on the spin. Another would be plenty enough, David Fleet, but you sense Sir Alex wants a lot more than that.
Yes, I think Bartes won't be too busy tonight, but Alex Ferguson stated quite clearly it's not just the winning, he wants a manner of performance that is a credit to this great club, and that's what he'll be after tonight. He'll be after some good passing play and he'll be after goals, and I think they could well get them.
Tackled by Butt. Neville, centre-half again tonight. Keane, Irwin reinstated at right full-back. Forward to Solskjaer, only a second start in the Champions League for him this year. And he's got away from Minivan, and he's fed it in for Chadwick, who imparted sufficient pressure that Neukirk had to see it behind. And Manchester United, courtesy of Luke Chadwick, have their first corner of the evening. Good start, a bit of impetus would keep the noise level high. Owen has delivered, down by Keane and stopped on the line brilliantly from Solskjaer by Sidorcha. Still Solskjaer, and out by Neukirk. Butt won it, Chadwick has it. Neville. Manchester United with the collective tail up early in the game. Neville hitting it long towards Solskjaer, but through and into the goalkeeper's arms. This was, though, David, a first-rate save.
Yes, they were in all sorts of trouble from that corner of Irwin's, and we see there a great chance at the back post, but also he did wonderfully well, instinctive. But interestingly, only 1 man on the line, and last week Valencia scored from a similar position, where once again they don't seem to have learnt the lesson. I do believe
this corner was menacing indeed. Sheringham.
I think Vastic will drop a little bit deeper tonight. He played in the home game with Valencia last week, very much up front with Haas. In fact, that was probably their best pair.
Faced by Minivan, the Iranian. Keane, Chadwick. Keane going in there, Solskjaer. Came back out again for Chadwick, no one can get it clear. Nicky Butt, 1-0 Manchester United. What they wanted, what the manager craved, what the crowd paid for, the team has provided at once through Nicky Butt with his first European goal for Manchester United, and what a good one.
And it was a real rocket for the good point. Apart from the tremendous strike and the power, which gave the keeper no chance, was the patient interplay on the right-hand side of the box before the ball came back to Butt to deliver that rocket.
Ball go for Haas, who's released Vastic, and shots going inside of Ivica Vastic here. This is Schupp. Butt was in the right spot. Ibertsberger in at the back of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Keane. Neville, the only Manchester United player to have begun all 12 of their Champions League games this year. Irwin delivering. And Sheringham thrusting himself to the ball near post and making contact.
They want Graz to come and pinch the ball, and of course they're not doing that. They're retreating into their own half.
Chased down by Butt, who seems to me to have a massive appetite tonight. Solskjaer and Sheringham. They are siding through them. Less than 20 minutes played, and Manchester United are 2 goals to the good, and it's Teddy. 20th goal of the season for Teddy Sheringham, his 5th in the Champions League, and all 5 of those at Old Trafford.
Well, it looked easy, but he took it brilliantly. Placed it perfectly. Sidicek must be absolutely distraught. 2 efforts at goal, 2 tremendous shots.
4 shots away. And Flurky. It's just breathing down Irwin's neck. And that's when a goalkeeper who can play ball is so invaluable to a defender.
Absolutely.
Borchos. Vastic. In by Haas for shot. Flag up, but it was a lovely bit of sprightly passing by the Sturm Graz side. Chadwick. Oh, good ball. Scholes. Goalkeeper spread himself well. He's a bit of a curate's egg of a keeper, this guy.
Well, he read this situation well, to be fair. He was out quickly to make it difficult for Scholes.
Borchos. Loose touch from Midfan, and Keane always seems to be there when anything's loose. But good ball, Chadwick. Look at Solskjaer in the middle. It's Solskjaer trying to turn, and it's parried away by Sidorcha.
Fine save, good footwork by Solskjaer. Looked as though he was losing the ball under his feet, and a great run by Chadwick, and a nice accurate ball in, slightly behind Solskjaer, but didn't he turn and hit it well?
There's the guy about whom I'm sure much will be written in the morning, his exclusion, David Beckham, but the manager's made it clear it's for his own good. Have a rest, get his game back, have a think. Well, it's hard to think of anything you can say by way of criticism of Manchester United. Attitude spot on. Crowd electrified first by Butt's goal and then by Sheringham's. 2 crackers they were too. Nicky Butt from outside the penalty area, his first in European competition, and Teddy Sheringham from around about the penalty spot. He's back in the game and smiling too. The manager's selection absolutely right, and the performance has matched it. Half-time at Old Trafford, Manchester United cruising to Sturm Graz 0. Well, it is interesting how high standards are set here at Old Trafford. There was the sniff, at least if you listen to some, of something like a mini crisis going into this game off the back of a disappointing performance in Athens. The fact is, though, that should they avoid defeat here, and they surely will, it'll be 7 undefeated in Europe, and they'll have gone through the whole of the phase undefeated, and albeit that there have been hesitant moments, Manchester United continue to set standards that the others just follow, David.
Yeah, that's right. They made one change, have the Austrians. Borchos, who played in midfield last week, started at the back today. He's gone into midfield. Just going towards Scholes there. He's a real hard-working player, full of strength and power. So whether he'll be able to add a bit of those qualities against Butt and Keane, we shall just have to see.
With Chadwick involved early in the second half, as he was first. And Yash stand forward for the ensuing set piece, over which is Dennis O. Near by Ibertsberg. And by Silvestre, only as far as Butt. There's Irwin. Chadwick, who ran into Neukirchner. Nor was Neukirchner about to show him the way into the penalty area, but he has been penalised.
That was clear obstruction. And no attempt to play the ball.
I'll remember this night for a long time, Luke Chadwick. Owen lifting it in, and Sturm! And behind by Keane.
Well, we said Sturm may score tonight, but he's been penalised, or there is a penalty been incurred there for pushing. Lovely ball in by Owen. Goalkeeper couldn't do very little about that. Other
Keane. And Keane for Chadwick. And Chadwick had the right idea. He saw Butt making a diagonal run in front of him, but couldn't execute the right pass. Here's Haas. Shot. Keane. Linker. And again Linker. He's played in Haas here, and Haas has had a shot from what was always an awkward angle. Iversberger, Neukirchner. Gary Neville's tackle.
His first touch, Neukirchner, splendid. Neville committed. There's Korshas, made a bit of a mess of that ball. There you see him when he breaks away on the left, it's on his left foot, needs to go back across the face of the goal. Probably Bartes was grateful for the handling practice.
But now he has this free kick because of a foul by Gary Neville, over which is Ivica Vastic, the only player ever to score for an Austrian club here at Old Trafford. And that was from the penalty spot. Close to the ball, Vastic preparing to strike. Good hit by Vastic and a good plunging save by Fabian Barthez. Bit of whip, bit of curl, bit of devil in the strike.
That was a fabulous save.
From deeper this time and prepared to have a pop again, and that is expertly fielded yet again by Fabian Barthez. Clung on really well to a ball skidding and bouncing just ahead of him. Only Vastic is defending, and Vastic tips him over, but he's allowed to go on with it by the referee.
Well, he doesn't. I don't think the game has been worse for it. Sure that many supporters now are anxiously looking at the subs bench. They'd probably like to see some other players in red shirts for the money they've paid here tonight. Had a good look at this team, they're comfortable. We're in command, 2 goals clear, no real problems. That man can deal with most quite comfortably. There you are. It's called showboating. Alex has to shut his eyes.
You know, I think it's possibly reached a stage, no fault of Manchester United's, by the way, they are comfortable. It's reached a stage, though Sir Alex might not like it, where the back pass is one of the most entertaining moments. Because give this guy the ball, and he gets something to cheer.
Well, I think that, and they're not extending themselves.
Keane. Oh, lovely from Butt, who got a lucky touch as well. And it came to Sheringham, and Sheringham's played it for Solskjaer, and Solskjaer has fired it against the feet of a defender, and Scholes has followed up, and that is a terrific save. He hurled himself a body length.
Well, fabulous play, lovely touch by Sheringham. Look at that clever touch, and the ball is played there, and got the deflection, came back, superb shot, wonderful save. Great moment.
Best moment of the second half without question.
In this second half, they could have easily gone under to some heavy kind of score. It doesn't look that way at the moment.
Oh, it's a smashing ball over the top here for Solskjaer, and he's got away from the goalkeeper, and the ball got away from him, courtesy of Sidorczuk's little jab. Important intervention, unorthodox from the goalkeeper, who, in fairness to him, has had a pretty good night tonight.
Certainly no offside. And the goalkeeper just did enough, you know.
It was a Schmeichel star jump.
Well, there was a very famous Polish goalkeeper called Tomaszewski, and I have to say at times this man has similarities.
Owen's corner, and there's a standard catch. To turn and to drag it away from Vastic, who was standing still, and allowed Chadwick to hair away from him and play it in for Solskjaer, and it's come to Keane. They love nothing more than that. See the skipper ripple the net. Shaw done.
That was a most wonderful touch by Solskjaer, and good luck to Chadwick, because it was a great run on the left-hand side. He showed real pace. He must be tired in these last few minutes. A good ball in, what a touch. And Keane, well, he set such standards that you almost expect it of him. Placement shot taken easily. Well, not that easily. Through the goalkeeper's legs, but Keane knew what he was doing.
Chadwick, oh, he's done shot. It's happened to him a couple of times, actually. He's got cleverly past the first man and run into the second, who this time was Vastic. Utterly dependable, reliable, solid, professional performance from Manchester United. At times in the first half, quite compelling. In the second, they have done just what is required. In by shot, out by Gary Neville. Greening.
Can't remember Neville making a mistake at the back, or indeed Stam. So comfortable an evening for them. They've waltzed through the second half.
Manchester United needed not to concede 3, have ended up scoring 3. Nicky Butt, Teddy Sheringham and the skipper Roy Keane right at the end. It is a 5th consecutive Champions League quarter-final, and those who paid to come to Old Trafford tonight saw the show that they wanted to see. Utterly professional from Manchester United, the answer to the manager's dreams. United 3, Sturm Graz 0, the last 8 waits for Sir Alex and United.
Valencia, who win the group. United, permutation of which we'll look at a little later. Angus Scott got the reaction to all that from Old Trafford.
Roy, that looked pretty comfortable from start to finish.
Yeah, I think we played quite well tonight. It was nice to score 3 goals, because we've not scored many goals lately. Unfortunately, you know, it wasn't enough to finish top of the group. But we're glad to be in the quarterfinals, and we look forward to the draw on Friday.
Ironically, it means you might miss an English side in the next round, but you could meet Real Madrid.
Well, that's possible. We experienced that last year, and I think we'll do a lot better this time.
You're slightly disappointed the pace dropped in the second half?
Well, it's difficult. You're 2-0 up, and they changed their team round a bit. They made 2 substitutions at half-time. They got into the game a bit. Fabian's did a couple of saves. One very good save. But all in all, you can't dominate for 90 minutes, and we're happy with the result.
He rung the changes. He left out David Beckham, which was a surprise to many people, and he also had a few stern words to say to everybody.
I think for all of us, I think we were all fortunate. You know, I think the lads who were left out were pretty unlucky, because it could have been any of us after the performance last week. It was definitely probably the worst since I've been at the club. So that's the manager's decision, you know, to leave 4 of the lads out. And as I said, I was fortunate, and the rest of the lads can, you know, be the same way, and we were just glad to be in the team. But that's what the manager gets paid to do. You know, he's got to make decisions, and some of the lads got their chance, and they took it well tonight.
Ollie, you seem to enjoy a rare European start.
It's my second start, yeah, this season, so obviously you have to try to make the most of it, and I enjoyed it, yeah.
How strong were the manager's words to you in criticism as a general to the team?
Yeah, you take it, but I think we knew that anyway. You know, we know ourselves what sort of situation we've put ourselves in. You know, we could have made it a lot more comfortable, but that's what the manager's there for, to make sure everything's running smoothly, and to put us in our place at the right times.
You wanted to get the European campaign going. You wanted a decent performance. Do you think that'll kick-start it?
Let's hope so. There was a good night for us. The fans did their part. I thought they were terrific tonight. And it just shows you they can sit down and still cheer a team.
And that little smile, Ali, tells you just how difficult it is. He knows for those.
For me, man of the match, this is a great strike. Oh, 25 yards, keeps it down well.
So often the unsung hero, Ali.
It really is. But his hand in his second goal, that was a good goal. But his hand in his second goal here, he's aggressive. He wins the ball first, he goes and wins it again, and he's got composure to play a lovely ball. And it's a good finish. So shall see Sheringham, it's a good finish. Again, first to the ball. He's a little bit unlucky here, but he's strong, he's aggressive, he knows what he wants. Tremendous pass here to Chadwick.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. His vision there. He knows when the ball's coming to him. Chadwick's have done better with the pass there, Reinhoff. But he knows when the ball's coming to him inside, he sees the run. There again, good flick inside, good awareness, good ball from Sheringham. And I think this finishes up with a great shot from Scholes.
And a great save.
And a good save. Yeah, a good save.
You were a little critical there of young Luke Chadwick.
8 touches and some good runs.
Not quite as silky, but that was a Ryan Giggs sort of...
It was. It was lovely outside the defender. Good ball in. Great flick again from Scholes. And there's your man Keane. Lovely ball in. It's a good. What's a great flick. And Keane keeps the ball down well. And when you keep it down well, you hit the target. You've always got a chance.
They take such a high percentage of their chances, don't they?